Hello, procrastinators! This week, Atari announced that they're moving away from free-to-play and mobile games and refocusing on PC and console games. Yeah, that's right, you walk away, bitch! Clearly, my video last week had an effect. There's no need to thank me. Anyway, the real headline of this week was that Nintendo announced a new Switch. Sort of, not really. I mean, fuck. The Nintendo Switch open bracket OLED model close bracket is about as exciting as a Windows security update. The screen's about 11% bigger, even though it's the same resolution, and it can do colours better, whatever that means. It's also got an Ethernet port now. Fuck me. 1983 called. It wants its 10-year-old port back. And, it's now also got a larger kickstand, so it's no longer vulnerable to the gravitational pull of the moon when it's sitting on your fucking desk. Classic Nintendo stability update right there. And that's your lot. No updates to the internals, no battery life increase, no DLSS to make Hyrule Warriors run at a frame rate higher than about 5. Just a new fancy screen and a dock to hide it in for an extra 40 quid, making it about £60 more expensive than the Xbox Series S. Is this Nintendo getting lazy again? Are we seeing that Wii hubris? Wii hubris was my favourite Nintendo game. That Wii hubris creeping in? Maybe. I've just finished Mario Golf Super Rush, and I have never played a game that felt like it was phoned in while somebody was in a tunnel before. Half-baked ideas, weak mechanics, and a story mode that felt about as finished as a flat earther's brain. It's got no difficulty settings, just 6 courses, and did I mention that the story mode just crashes to credits midway through a text conversation? Ugh, avoid it, and probably avoid the new Switch 2, unless you're one of those people who fiddles with the colour temperature settings on your TV, you monster. Speaking of boring shite, Ubisoft have announced that Assassin's Creed is going to become a live service game. Wow, just what everyone wanted. Seriously though, what the fuck are you even playing at Ubisoft? Live service games compete with each other. Mostly free players' time, so why the endless fuck do you have so many of the fucking things? The Crew 2, Rainbow Six Siege, The Division 2, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Riders Republic, Skull and Bones, inevitably Beyond Good and Evil 2, and now Assassin's Creed Infinity. I'm not a businessist, but doesn't anyone else feel like this is a fucking terrible idea? Also, why do 3 of those games have a dead guy's name glued to them? And while I'm calling out big companies, Amazon, what the fuck is with your personal games policy? TechRaptor reporting that if you work for Amazon and are making an indie game in your fucking own house in your free time, then not only do you have to use Amazon software and services to make it, you have to sell it on Amazon storefront, and also you have to work on it with other Amazon employees. And brace yourself for this final one, you grant to Amazon a royalty-free, worldwide, fully paid-up, perpetual, transferable license to any and all intellectual property rights associated with the personal game and my personal game development. So if you work for Amazon and make a game in your house after work, they suddenly think they have the right to its IP. Oh, and if you work on that game with somebody who isn't an Amazon employee, then you could be fired for breach of contract. For your hobby. And they can still probably keep the IP. And on the topic of here comes the dystopia, oh wait, it's already here, Paragons of Virtue Tencent have announced facial recognition for minors in all of their games. Yep. 60% of Tencent's mobile games have had the feature activated in China, where if a child tries to play a game between 10 PM and 8 AM, they will have to pass a face-scanning age check. That's creepy as shit. They say it's to prevent gaming addiction in kids, which is a genuine and serious issue in China due to the popularity of free-to-play games. But you know, there's something really not good about scanning the faces of unsupervised children at night. Good news, good news, good news! Let's get some fucking good news. Hey, PC folk, you can play God of War now. On PC, sort of. Well, you can stream it via PlayStation Now, which works through PC without the need of a console these days. And also there's a 1-week free trial, so you can, check out if PS Now works on your PC, but also probably finish the whole goddamn game. I think Bloodborne's on there and all. It's not technically the same as having it, and it's only like whatever they fucking stream, but you can play it. You can fucking play it. Also, Hot Wheels Unleashed showed off its wonderful Planet Coaster-looking track editor this week, with confirmation that you can make jumps, ride on the train, and drive a small little tractor. Delightful. And speaking of racing, Death Stranding's big next-gen Director's Cut update adds a racing mode on tracks with cars. Wasn't the original game the director's cut? I played that game. I don't think anybody said no to Kojima. Maybe Kojima's being controlled by a greater organisation. Maybe there's like a more Kojima out there. The lolly-lolly-lo of Kojima. And maybe that's what's really in control. And this director's cut is what that Kojima wanted in the game. The Ultra Kojima. Super Saiyan 2 Kojima. The Charizard of Kojima. The script ran out a few sentences ago. I don't know what I'm saying. Surely, if it's a director, he's the director. He called the cut on the first one. Anyway, that's all this week. I'm gonna go and think about what I've done for a while. Bye. Why did I not finish the script?